Here's the thing. I really love writing and I love sharing my voice with people because I always get so much good feedback about just my voice in general. But I don't like to be on camera as much. So if you feel that, then stick with me because we're going to get into it. So welcome to For the Love of Women. This is actually my blog. I have my blog on WordPress, and I realize that as I'm reading it, like my writing is good, but I also want people to hear my voice. So these podcast episodes are just the audio of the blog post. But also, if you're the type of person where you'd rather hear something or you have other shit to do, you can't sit there and take a 15-minute read or whatever, this is perfect for you because you can listen to it wherever. So this is the first blog post for what I hope is a contribution to the future of women as a collective. I love women. I know you love women. Maybe you are a woman. Maybe you support women, the femininity and the maternal energy that is to be a woman. And if that is you, stick around to see what I've got in store for the love of women. Self-doubt. Don't let her in. It's a frenzy of a topic that is unspoken yet highly overlooked. It's self-doubt, and we've all met her. We've accepted her as us. She is you. We've read the self-help books, listened to the podcast, heard all the talks. Now what? How do we continue after we've heard all the inspiring stories of overcoming self-doubt? One would argue that without self-doubt, we can never know the full capacity of our fears. And without facing our fears, we could never know our true strength. The very thought of limiting ourselves as humans is caging as we strive for freedom to know the truth of ourselves and our existence. It could be crippling to have our very own thoughts hurt us, stop us, bind and bend us, yet when we press the issue, we expand beyond our initial expectations without a tear or break. Self-doubt is a propeller of sorts on our adventure to our next manifestation of reality. Could it be the case? Could it be a case of the spotlight effect? Are we overestimating how much other people care about us? Could it be main character syndrome, viewing our peers, circle of friends, and family as simply supporting actors to our very important main role? Maybe a bit of imposter syndrome, or as we like to point out often, could it be narcissism? In most cases, I would say not. I know this is an overly used phrase, narcissism, but it's a real thing and you have to have a lack of empathy, okay? So self-doubt, right? It sounds bad and unwanted, like a virus or an orchestrated intervention for ourselves and by ourselves. Self-doubt can make you feel lonely, invisible, or isolated from others. She will have you questioning your own beliefs. But what would life be like if we diminished self-doubt altogether? Some of the most noteworthy figures, such as Leonardo da Vinci, who painted through the tinted glass of doubt, or Michelle Obama, who shattered that glass and persevered through, they wouldn't have been who they became without that small little voice in each ear telling us that we couldn't dare to accomplish what we sought out to do, simply based on our limiting beliefs. I have my fair share of self-doubt, even after accomplishments. I have doubted myself through accomplishments and even to failure. One thing that remains true is right when you're at the peak of deciding, should I do this? Can I do this? This is your chance to pressure yourself, to sit down and evaluate your current experience. What is stopping you? Look where you are now, right now, and where you could be if you gave it your all to get where you plan to be. Are you all in? How bad do you want it? This is your higher self calling you to solidify the manifestation you called for. This is you connecting to self so that you may no longer doubt. This is you signing the dotted line. In the pursuit of personal growth and self-discovery, one powerful tool at our disposal is the art of mirror talk. And this is something I practice quite often. So I'm excited to share this technique, but it's a simple yet transformative practice that involves facing yourself in the mirror, even using your camera phone, engaging in a candid conversation to navigate through doubt, through thoughts. Here is a guide to harnessing the potential of mirror talk, along with other empowering techniques to overcome self-doubt and find clarity within yourself, okay? So we've got a list here. Number 1, mirror talk. Face yourself and find answers. Set aside time for mirror talk. Your reflection is your trusted companion. Talk yourself through doubt. Ask questions. Listen to your inner voice. Sometimes your phone camera can be a bit more accessible alternative. And I'm going to give you guys a quick snip of like what mirror talk sounds like for me, okay? Let's say I am thinking about posting this new business venture, literally just sharing with the world that I'm going to start a new business. And I get all my details together and all my graphics and my captions ready to go. And I'm sitting there looking at this like no one's going to like this, you know? And this would be the point where usually I pull out my phone and I do this mirror talk, or I'll find a mirror, literally. And it would just be like, girl, you work so hard for this. All your details are lined up. You are targeting a certain audience. You're providing a certain service. The quality is good. You're experienced. All these things. And, you know, that's just a little bit of what my mirror talk would sound like. I'll lay out the facts for myself. Okay. Number 2, trust your instincts. The answer lies within. Avoid seeking external advice. Trust that you inherently know what is right for you. Believe in your intuition and use it as a guiding force. You have the power to shape your path. The answers are within you. The reason why I say seeking external advice to avoid it is because when you're looking for advice, more times than not, you know the answer. You're not looking for advice, you're looking for validation, okay? 3, utilize your tools, okay? You're not helpless here. You can meditate, you can do tarot cards, you can do prayer, you can some type of expression. Embrace your diverse tools, experiment with different methods, and use these tools. They're gateways to self-discovery, so let them guide you, okay? And again, when I talk about avoiding seeking external advice, like at that point, if you're still unable to make a decision, I would say consult your inner circle sparingly, okay? Trust your judgment, acknowledge what external perspectives can be beneficial. Your journey is personal, but a little support from trusted confidence can sometimes be invaluable. And the reason why I say this is because not everyone knows what direction you should go in, okay? I find that when you're being genuine and authentic, like you'll know what direction to go in, okay? Journaling, your personal clarity catalyst, okay? Document your self-doubt through journaling. Write freely, express your thoughts, concerns on paper. And what I like to do is like read back. And I like to read back in like months ago, maybe even a year ago, years ago. And I'm like, wow, like sometimes I'm going through the same thing I went through years ago. And that brings me clarity. That actually gets me out of a space of self-doubt because I'm like, you know what? I've been through this before. Like, I know what to do. And this is a lesson learned, right? And the most important, number 6, just take action. Just do it. The most powerful antidote to doubt is action. Stop overthinking and dive into what needs to be done. Taking action not only propels you forward, but also builds confidence in your abilities. So the fuck what if you fail? At least you tried, okay? That's the thing, is like we're surrounded by so many people who don't try but love making fun and pointing out when people do try and fail, okay? So these are just a few steps to get you activated. Remember, self-doubt is natural. It's a natural response to making impactful decisions in your life. I would be concerned if you didn't have a little bit of self-doubt and you're making decisions for your life and you're just like, fuck it, let's go, you know? But overstaying, unpacking, and living in self-doubt is not acceptable for your overall wellness. And I hope that these points helped. With love, Simone. So that's it for this week. Self-doubt, don't let her in. Feel free to visit my website. You can find the link in all my social media accounts, astro.say, Instagram, X, Threads, Facebook, all those cute little things. I'm even on TikTok. I don't use it a lot, which I should start doing. But also, guys, please follow my blog. That would help me out a lot. Leave me some feedback. Let me know what you guys want to hear. And also just keep an eye out for my stories. That's where I do a lot of interviewing, asking questions, doing a lot of polls. If you would like to share your story, feel free to message me. Thank you. Have a good week.